nicely in a circle. We're going to start off by just playing some warm-up games because I love games. So, has everyone heard the game Zip Zap Boing?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'm hearing some yeses and some no's. Basically, the idea is that you're basically just passing energy around the circle, and to do that, you start off with a zip, which is just to pass the energy onto the next person. So I'd say zip, and you zip it onto the next person. Or you could elect to zip it back the other way if you wanted, like I could zip to Megan, and Megan could zip back to me. There's a zap, which is to pass the energy across the circle, and you want to look at the person you're passing it to and say zap, and it would transfer to Kyra, and Kyra would pass it on to Linda possibly. And then there's a boing, which if Kate was to pass it on to me and I said boing, it would bounce over Megan and go to Blake. So that's basically how you play, but yeah, we'll just start off and hopefully everyone will kind of catch up and get up to speed. Okay, zip.
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 Zip. Zip. Zip. Zip. Zip. Zip. Zip. Zip. Zip.
Zap.
Zip.
Zip.
Boing.
Zip. Zip.
Boing. Oh, zip. Zip.
Zip. Boing.
Boing. Zip. Zip. Zip.
Zip.
Zip. Zip.
Zip.
Zip.
Zip.
Zip. Zip.
Zip. Zip. Zip.
Boing. Zip. Zip. Boing. Boing.
Oh, zip.
Boing. Boing. Zip. Zip.
Okay, now if we can spread out a little bit, people can come closer to me, I'm not going to lie. And we're going to add two more rules, which is anyone can call it. It's a minimize and a maximize. So if someone calls minimize, we all like crowd into a tiny circle and everything gets kind of smaller, like zip, zip, zip. If someone calls maximize, you need to be really careful, but it's kind of like more like bigger motions, like zip, zip, zip. Yeah, huge energy. So yeah, we'll start it off. Zip,
Zip.
zip, zip,
Zip. 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 Boing.
zip, boing,
Huh?
Really?
You want boing.
zip,
Bang boing.
zip,
Bang zip. Boing. Zip. Zap.
What's that?
minimize,
Zip. Zip.
Oh, zap. Zip.
Boing. Zip. Zip.
boing,
Boing. Zip.
zip,
Boing.
maximize,
Zip. 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 Zip.
zip, zip,
Zip. Zip. Boing. Boing.
Zap.
Zip.
zip,
Zip.
boing,
Zap.
Zip.
Zap. Zip. Zip.
Boing. Zip. 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 Zip.
zip,
Zip. Zip. Boing. Zip. Zip. Zip.
zip.
Zip.
And we'll hold it there. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do a different game, which is more of a focusing exercise. And basically, the idea is that as a group, we're going to count to 10. And anyone can say any number, but if you say numbers at the same time, we have to start again from 1. So we want to get from 1 to 10 with everyone kind of chiming in. But yeah, if anyone says anything at the same time, then we're back to 1. So it's good to focus and relax yourself and be aware of everyone in the circle. And go.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5, 6,
7,
1, 2, 3,
4,
5, 6.
7, 8,
9.
10.
See, that's supposed to be hard. Now, okay, well, now that you mastered that game, we'll go on to a different one. It's the same sort of thing, but it's everyone clapping at the same time. So anyone can initiate it, but the idea is to sort of be aware of everyone around you and to clap at the same time. So if everyone wants to get their arms ready to clap, and then, see? Now he's getting into a rhythm. Okay, awesome, good. Now we're going to start off with just stretching your neck because it's good to do with any vocal exercises. So what we're going to do is just drop your neck and then roll it back up onto itself, stacking the vertebrae one by one so that your head's finally nice and level. Don't go too far back, make sure it's just nice and on top of itself basically. So drop, roll up, drop, roll up. Okay, and this time when you drop it, leave it down and you're going to rotate to one side and then back towards the other so that your head's kind of facing that way more than anything. So like you're looking like that, like you kind of come to the side, almost like that, yeah. And then to the other side, back. And then when you get to one and to your left side, place your left hand just gently on top of your head and just feel a gentle stretch down one side of your neck, moving into your shoulder kind of area. And let that go, and then roll to the right side, do the same. Both hands. And rolling up. Okay, now we're going to do some shoulder aerobics. So basically just lift them, drop them, back, let it go, forward, let it go. Okay, now give everything a nice shake out. Ugh. Okay, now we're going to do some spinal rolls. So basically make sure your knees are soft and you're going to be able to roll down fine, about shoulder width apart. And then just leading with the neck like it's heavy, rolling down all the way until you get to about the bottom, and then just let yourself hang there for a bit. Feeling the weight of your head pulling you down. And then rolling back up, being sure to stack one vertebrae on top of the other. Working all the way up till you're straight up. And then we'll do another one. Feeling the weight of your head. Alright, okay, and shake that out again. And now we're going to give our faces a bit of a massage. Good to get everything nice and loose. So get in there, give everything a nice rub, your temples, your forehead, your nose, top of your head maybe, back of your neck. Make sure everything's nice and loose and ready. Okay, now we're going to do some yawning, because that's good to know. It's sort of a natural reflex and it's good for stretching your jaws. So yeah, just okay, and now we're going to go from the yawn with the wide jaw and wide eyes, like that. Just scrunching everything in like as tight as you can, so kind of going from, which looks ridiculous, like when you see someone doing it you're like, what are you up to? But it's really good for stretching everything out and then contracting it so the muscles kind of relax and you're able to work freely with your face and jaw. So we'll go for that. Alrighty. We're going to do some lip work, which is, sorry. I call it horse lips just because that's probably the most thing I can compare it to. Is just like that, so that you're really getting your lips moving. But you're going to do it to the floor and do it as hard as you can so that you don't get spit at everyone, basically. So I'll demonstrate it because I can't really explain it that well. You would have seen spit go everywhere. And I'm sorry about your carpets on, but it's good, yeah, it's great to get your lips moving and get everything loose. So, everyone? Alright, everyone feels nice and ridiculous. Now onto what's called ya. So basically just let your jaw relax and you're just going to basically shake it with your two hands together and kind of like hold them like that and then shake it back and forth to the ya, which is just like ya. All of these exercises will make you seem ridiculous, but it's great to get everything nice and flexible, and you want to really relax your jaw so you can get a lot of movement there without like there being stress in there. So everyone? Yeah. And again. Sweet. Okay, give anything that you might feel a bit tight a bit of a stretch. Make sure your whole body's nice and loose and ready for some vocal work. Yeah, so if there's anything that you've found is particularly tight this morning, you woke up and you were like, oh god, that hurts, give it a bit of a stretch. Alrighty, everyone loose and ready? Basically, we're going to start off with some breathing work, which is like really important for when you're using your voices to get your breathing and your breath in the right place. So, with soft knees, you're going to concentrate on letting the breath into the stomach area with kind of like more of a opening out the stomach and allowing it to come in. So I guess the idea is that you'll kind of relax and so you'll relax your stomach, let the breath drop into the bottom and feel it in your diaphragm and in your stomach, and then you're basically just going to contract your stomach and your diaphragm to blow everything out, and then you relax your stomach and let everything in. You might even be like just let your body go with that sort of breathing in motion and then blow it out again. So we'll do a couple of those where you just let the breath drop in and then blow it out. So as you relax and let the breath in, you can let everything kind of drop and relax, but then try and stand tall as you're letting the breath out so that your rib cage comes up and your stomach comes in, basically. So do that again. Okay, this time when you're pushing the air out, it'll be to an F sound. So like kind of like that. Alright, and blow your air out. Let it drop in. And make sure you just go until you've run out of breath comfortably and then just take another breath in. This will be this time to short F sounds, so kind of like so yeah, it's kind of like short F sounds and you kind of feel your stomach more than like an even going in, it's kind of like a, yeah. So Okay, and now for the final one, it's going to be a V sound. But the important thing is that the ear and the sound is coming from in here, so you're getting more of like a lower V rather than like a V. So you're concentrating on making the sound come from in here, where it's nice and supported, rather than from your voice box. So we'll try that. Blow your ear out. Let it in. And a great way to test that is that if you blow your ear out, is that the sound shouldn't change if you're moving your head around. Because if you're coming from the V with like the vocal, the ear from the voice box, it's more of a. You can see how it changes. Whereas if it's like nice and supportive, it's more of like a nice even sound when you move your head around. So we'll do one of those, just moving your head around, making sure it's coming from the right place. Blow your air out. And a good way to imagine that is that there's like a ribbon, and the sound is the ribbon, and it's kind of coming up from there and going out of your mouth basically. So you can kind of imagine that sound coming out and going out through your mouth. Now we're going to do basically a similar sort of thing, but you're going to count to as far as you can go in the most resonant manner you can go. So like sort of using the same thing with the V sound. Making sure it comes from here, and then you're just going to count as long as you can without breathing, and then when you get to the end of your breath, you'll stop, take a breath, and then go again. So it sounds kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and you'll keep going obviously, but it's trying to make the sound as round and as resonant and as well controlled and from here as possible, and just going until you run out of breath. So we'll try that. Blow your ear out. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Cool. Very good. Okay. Now give everything a nice shake out. And we're going to do some tongue twisters, which is always good fun. To start off with, we'll just go around the circle and each person can just say it as clearly as possible. We'll just start with the first one. So if you'd like to go first, Megan.
Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams?
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 Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams? Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams?
Good. Okay, this time you're going to say it to the next person, the person beside you, as fast as you can. So I'm sure everyone can remember Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams. So you'll turn to the next person and say as fast as you can to them, basically.
Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams?
Will you wait for Winnie and Willie Williams?
Will you wait for Winnie and William Williams?
Will you wait for Willie and Winnie 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 Williams? Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams?
Good. Okay, this time I want you to deliver it as if you're delivering like a really sad piece of news to someone. Keeping up that quick speed, but like it's a sad piece of news. And also, don't be worried if you get the words wrong. It's more about trying to get it out as quickly as possible and getting everything moving without, well, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake, basically. And make sure not to try and like stick your head forward when you're trying to like tell someone it. Just be nice and tall and relaxed in yourself when you say it.
So sad.
Yeah, sad.
Will you wait for William Winnie Williams?
Will you wait for Winnie and Willie Williams?
Will you wait for Winnie and William Williams?
Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams?
Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams? Will you wait for Willie and Willie Williams? Come out.
Wait for Willie and Willie Williams.
Will you wait for William Winnie Williams?
Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams?
Will you wait for William Winnie Williams?
Good. All right, and now, really excited. Like, it's a huge piece of news you want to tell the next person in line.
Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams?
Will you wait for Winnie and Willie Williams?
Will you wait for Winnie and William Williams?
Will you wait for Willie William Williams?
Will you wait for Willie and Winnie Williams? Will you wait for Winnie and Willie Williams?
Will you wait for Willie and Willie Williams?
Will you wait for William Winnie Williams?
Will you wait for Willie and Willie Williams? Will you wait for Willie and Willie Williams?
Nice. Okay, and we'll do the same sort of thing with this one. All right. Probably more fair if we go this way around.
Does this shop sports short socks with spots? Oh, does this shop sports short socks with spots?
Does this shop sports short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sports short socks with spots?
Does you shop sport short socks with spots? Spot.
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
All right, same thing again. As fast as you can to the person beside you.
Does this shop sport short socks with spots? Does the shop sport short socks?
Does this shop sports short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with socks?
Does you shop sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sports short socks with spots?
It does. All right, and now sad news.
Does this shop sport short socks with spots? Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sports short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does you shop short sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with spots?
And excited.
Does this shop sport short socks with spots? Does this shop sport short socks with socks?
Does this shop sports short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short spots with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Yes. Does you sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sport short socks with spots?
Does the shop sport shorts with spots?
Does the shop sport short socks with spots?
Does this shop sports short socks with spots?
I don't know. Okay, just give me a minute. I've got to write up some stuff, but I will be right with you.
Spots.
Alrighty. So this is basically just concentrating on consonants where they fall at the start, the middle and the end of the word. So often, especially as New Zealanders, we have a tendency to sometimes drop particular consonants like at the ends of words, like T's and D's and things like that. So yeah, this is just, I'll get each person to go around in the circle and say it, but making very sure that they get every one of their consonants out so that it's very sharp and clear. We'll just start with the first line first. So if you'd like to go first, Megan.
Very, of, have.
Very, I've, 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 have. Very, I've, have.
Okay, and on to the next line.
Like, follow, awful.
Like, follow, awful.
Like, follow, awful.
Like, follow, awful.
Like, follow, awful. Like, follow, awful.
Like, follow, awful.
Like, follow, awful.
Like, follow, awful. Like, follow, awful.
Alright, on to the F's, but we'll go back the other way with Kate.
Found, effect, staff. Found, effect, staff.
Found, effect, staff.
Found, effect, staff.
Found, effect, staff. Found, effect, staff.
Found, effect, staff.
Found, effect, staff.
Found, effect, staff.
Found, effect, staff.
And on to the last one.
Flow, deflect. Flow, deflect.
Flow, deflect.
Flow, deflect.
Flow, deflect.
Flow, deflect.
Flow, deflect.
Flow, deflect.
Flow, deflect.
Flow, deflect.
Alright, now I'm going to get you to choose any one of these and just choose one word. Well, you'll say the whole sentence, but choose one particular syllable that you're going to stress. So you might choose the like, and it might be something like follow, awful. And so yeah, just choose a consonant or a syllable that you want to stress from any one of these lines, and then we'll go around and we'll just guess, see if we can choose which one that you've chosen to stress. So I'll give you a minute to decide. Everyone found one? Not hearing everyone say yes?
Yes.
Everyone? We're ready? Alright, let's do it. We'll start off with sun and we'll go this way.
Very, I've, have.
I'm picking berry. B.
Oh, yes.
Alright, the B it is.
Flow, deflect.
I think you got the FL. Alright.
Found, effect, staff.
That one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Found, effect, staff.
Flow,
Was it that one?
flow, deflect.
Was it FL again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Found, effect, staff.
Was it the two F's in the P?
Flow, deflect.
I'm struggling. Anyone?
Flow.
Flow, the FL in flow. Good work, Ryan. Good work.
Yes.
Nice.
Like, follow, awful.
Was it the low?
You got it.
Like, follow, awful.
Nice.
Like, follow, awful.
Nice, the L and awful. Alright, I think you guys are fully ready and I think you have some essays to share with us. So yeah.